WCBI News at 10 starts now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Dory Talley.
And I'm Cash Matlock. An RV goes up in flames this afternoon. It happened on Highway 25 between Starkville and Louisville. Winston County Sheriff Jason Pugh says a car was hauling the RV when it caught fire. Now, the Bethlehem Volunteer Fire Department, the Mississippi Highway Patrol, Winston County Sheriff's Department, and Mississippi Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks responded to the fire. Luckily, no one was injured. The cause of the fire is not known at this time.
Two cars crashed in Lowndes County this evening. It happened on Artesia Road off Highway 45. The driver of the Chevy Impala was heading west while the driver of a pickup truck was heading south. Witnesses say the driver in the Impala pulled out in front of the truck, causing them to collide. Both vehicles flipped and landed on the side of the road. The Mississippi Highway Patrol, Lowndes County District 4 and 5 volunteer fire departments responded to the scene. One driver suffered minor injuries. Well, friends and family gathered in Wcbi County over the weekend to remember the life of a man who lost his life to gun violence. 32-year-old Lester Brooks Jr. was shot and killed on his birthday last June.
That's right, Jory. And on Saturday, Brooks's family and friends gathered to honor his life and legacy. Now, Brooks was a community man, and he was known for being very involved with the area's kickball team. Our Stephanie Poole went to the kickball tournament that was held to honor his life.
Happy birthday, dear LB. Happy birthday to you.
Saturday would have been Lester Brooks Jr.'s 33rd birthday. Tragically, he was shot and killed last June on his 22nd birthday. Brooks, also known as LB, was a father, son, and friend. His mother, Patricia Brooks, says before his passing, her son's main goal was bringing the community together.
This is something that he did often. He gave to the schools, he gave to churches, people in need, and that was, things that he did, with just pulling people together.
Brooks kicked off a kickball league in 2016. He hosted fundraisers and events for the entire community to participate in. Dozens of community members did just that on Saturday to honor his life.
He was like our messiah of kickball. So we wanted to come together, today to remember him, with the whole community.
Javancy Jones says Brooks was a positive role model to everyone he met.
Growing up, it wasn't about who want to be like Mike. For some reason, it was always about who want to be like LB. That to sit here to think about how the year changed, how things happen, and it just catching up with me right now.
From here on out, Brooks' family plans to host a cookout and kickball tournament every year on what would have been his birthday.
He just like living, and it would just happen, just like doing things to make him happy and other people, happy, and everybody loved LB. He just brought everybody together.
He left some big shoes to fill. He's a legend. We trying to make sure his memories stay forever.
The family says it's not goodbye, but see you soon.
Happy birthday, dear LB. Happy birthday to you.
Reporting in Wcbi County, Stephanie Poole, WCBI News.
The Brooks family says they will continue LB's tradition of donating and hosting fundraisers to schools, churches, and members in the community. Well, it's time now for our first look at our forecast with meteorologist Jacob Dickey. Jacob, looks like a pretty stormy week coming up there.
Yeah, Cash, we've got some storms pushing through the area right now. In fact, some lightning out there. In fact, just had a severe thunderstorm warning issued here, and that's going to be for parts of Chickasaw, far southeastern Pontotoc, and Lee County. I'm going to step over to the computer and zoom in on it real quick here. It looks like we'll have 60-mile-an-hour winds as well as some quarter-size hail. That storm is going to be located right over Houston right now as it moves off to the north into the east. Heads up for Okolona, Shannon, Verona, portions of South Tupelo. We'll have more on this severe thunderstorm warning as well as what we expect through the rest of the night coming up here in just a bit.
Minerva Hair Salon and Art Gallery held a special night market at their Cotton District location in Starkville last night.
That's right, Jory, and it was an opportunity for artisans and artists of all kinds to come together and connect. In fact, owner Tammy Carlisle says that connectivity is actually the main goal for her business. When Tammy Carlisle opened up her hair salon art gallery combo a few months ago, she wasn't quite sure how people would react.
When I thought about it, I was just trying to think of a place that would be like a hub for creativity. So it's more of a creative collaborative. It has absolutely nothing to do with me at all.
Carlisle refers to the establishment as a hangout, a place for creative people who otherwise don't have anywhere to go.
It's not a bar. It's not a scene. It's not like you're going out to with any expectation. You know, it's just free-flowing, kind of just a funky spot to come visit.
She often uses her business to hold special events for local artists like open houses, or in this case, a night market.
To just bring lots of creative things into one spot, creative people, music, arts, think outside the box, like-minded people, and you'd be surprised at the relationships that have formed here in the last 2 or 3 months. I'm really surprised. I'm overwhelmed, actually.
I think it draws in people, and I think that's why I keep coming back here. It's nice to find things to do in a small town like this, and word of mouth gets around. So people like to kind of come together. It's a community type feel to it.
Carlisle says part of the fun at Minerva is the lack of expectation.
In fact, we had a person in today that juggles. So I don't, hey, if you want to juggle, come by. We'll have a juggler. It's kind of neat.
She says the business is less about making a splash in the art scene, but rather providing a launching pad for local artists.
All I'm trying to do is provide a platform for people who do create art that might not have the opportunity to display their work in the mainstream, or might not have enough work, or might not feel like they fit the mix. So if you can come in and feel the vibe, and it works with you, and you feel comfortable displaying your work here, great.
Carlisle says she's looking forward to what will come when the new students roll in this fall.
A Columbus church is celebrating its 150th birthday. The St. James United Methodist Church held a banquet last night to celebrate.
That's 150 years is very impressive. Tyler Hull was there and has more on the story.
St. James United Methodist Church is celebrating 150 years. Amber Jackson is the district superintendent of the church. He says being able to celebrate this achievement is everything.
I've been over with them through the highs and lows, through ups and downs and many challenges. And so to celebrate 150 years is a unique opportunity. And so I'm just elated and excited to be here and be with them.
The church had a banquet Saturday night to celebrate the milestone. During the event, the city presented St. James United Methodist with a few awards for its 150th anniversary.
It's an opportunity for us to eat together and to celebrate in grand style what God has wrought through his people.
Reporting in Columbus, Tyler Hull, WCBI News.
This morning, the church held its 150th anniversary service at the church.
Coming up after the break, we have this week's Mom to Mom. Stay with us.
You're watching WCBI News at 10 p.m. with Jory Talley and Cash Matlock.
Welcome back, everyone. It's officially summer, and summertime means road trips. And sometimes when you're traveling with the kiddos, they can get bored. Here's this week's Mom to Mom.
It's road trip season, and I've got a way to keep your kids occupied throughout the entire trip. Moms, I feel your pain on road trips. There's only so many movies they can watch and only so many games they can play until they start getting bored of that. This was a tip from actually another mom friend of mine, and what she does is she puts together road trip goodie bags. And I thought this was genius because it gives the kids something that they can look forward to throughout the entire trip. So I went online and found these little printable tags. What I do is I put a time frame on there, so I just say do not open until 2 o'clock. And I just tape it on the little bag. And what I did was I went to Dollar Tree and got these little goodies, a little mini Etch-a-Sketch, something that they haven't played with before. And I found these little scavenger hunt cards, which is kind of cool. You know, if you have multiple kids, they can all get involved in that. A little Uno game. Of course, we gotta have some snacks. Bop it. And then some books to read along the way. So anything that your children are interested in, you can just buy it, pop it in the bag, it gives them something new and something to look forward to along the way. So moms, I know you have great ideas for those long road trips, so connect with me on Facebook and shoot me over your ideas. I'll see y'all next week.
Mom to Mom is brought to you by Mom to Be on Wilkins Wise Road in Columbus.
The severe thunderstorm warning continues for areas between Houston and Tupelo on the Natchez Trace. A really good wind signature here. Doppler radar saying there could be up to 50 to 60 mile-an-hour winds right in here between Buena Vista and Parkersburg. That's heading towards Okolona, Shannon, Tupelo, and Verona. We'll have more on this warning and you'll look at your forecast coming up next. Now, where it's rained and been stormy, we've got low 70s and upper 60s from Winona up towards Oxford, Calhoun City. Still upper 70s and low 80s from Columbus down to Macon and Louisville, areas ahead of that batch of storm. That's still some fuel in the atmosphere for some of these stronger storms to pop up. Now, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning still for the areas between Houston and Tupelo. That's going to be southern Lee County, far northwestern Monroe, Chickasaw County, and far southeastern Pontotoc counties here until 10:45. 60 mile-an-hour winds as well as some quarter-size hail. Now, that leading edge is coming into Okolona as well as just southwest of Shannon, and we'll roll through the area here over the next 15 minutes or so. And there's some other stronger storms too to the north towards Pontotoc. A lot of lightning down there. Some gusty storms as well north of West Point. Those will be heading towards Aberdeen, Amory, and Smithville. And some other scattered showers and storms off by Eupora and over towards Winona, still pushing on through the area. I don't think we're done for the night either with these storms coming on through the area. Notice off to the west we've got rain and storms in parts of southern Arkansas. That will have to be watched as they move off into the east here. And we see futurecast carrying those batches of storms through much of the night. Not everyone gets a storm, but the storms that do come through could have some gusty winds and perhaps a little bit of hail with them. With the chance for storms, our temperatures generally, all of us will end up into the low to perhaps middle 70s out there. Some of us will see the upper 60s where we are already. We'll keep our eyes on things. Storms will be most likely on Monday in the morning hours and maybe up to the lunch hour there. By the afternoon, I think we dry things out. There will be the chance for a few scattered pop-up showers and storms. Look for southwest winds between 5 and perhaps 15 miles an hour at time. 86 in Tupelo and in Amory, 85 in Houston, Water Valley at 84. We'll see maybe 90 in some spots, including Aliceville. You'll be at 90, 89 in Reform, 88 in Vernon. And then into the Golden Triangle, I've got 90 in Macon, 89 in Columbus, 86 in Eupora, 84 in Winona. Another look at futurecast here as this band of rain and storms pushes off these. Notice in the morning hours Monday, it fizzles out. We still do have some scattered showers and storms out there, though. As we go into the afternoon, then the question will be, will the atmosphere be able to destabilize and bring some more of these pop-up showers and storms in? I think it will, given the boundary that's set up over our area. Futurecast may be underdoing it a little bit. We'll keep our eyes on things throughout the day on Monday. Again, any storm from now through the day Monday, maybe some gusty winds and some small hail like that one cell that we've got. And there will be chances for more storms here over the next several days. I've got rain and storms all the way through next week. And the good news, not a total washout, very scattered in nature. Think your typical summertime pattern, hot, humid, chance for some storms.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb.
A few months back, Mississippi State's Quindary Weatherspoon announced that he would be entering into the 2019 NBA Draft. Now Weatherspoon officially gets to show off his pro status after being selected this past Thursday to join the San Antonio Spurs. Weatherspoon was picked up by San Antonio in the second round of the draft as the 49th overall pick. It marked the first draft pick from Mississippi State since 2012. The Canton native heads to Texas after a decorated career as a Bulldog with over 2,000 career points, earning the Howell Trophy and assisting Mississippi State in its run in the NCAA tournament. Q is the 25th player ever in state program history to be selected in the NBA draft. Well, while Weatherspoon was the only state star to be selected in the NBA draft, it doesn't mean we aren't seeing more Bulldogs head to the NBA. Following the draft, former Mississippi State forward Eric Holman and guard Lamar Peters have agreed to deals with NBA teams. Holman agreed to a deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. During his time in MSU, Holman averaged over 8 points and 5 rebounds per game. Peters, on the other hand, agreed to a deal with the New York Knicks. In his junior season, he averaged 11.9 points and 5.2 assists. Both served as starters for State's previous season. Also following the conclusion of the NBA draft, former Ole Miss guard Terrence Davis signed a deal as an undrafted free agent. Davis agreed to a summer league deal with the Denver Nuggets. TD was a major help to Ole Miss in its run in the NCAA tournament. He averaged 15.2 points and over 3 assists per game while shooting over 37% from downtown. His ability to shoot beyond the arc will no doubt be a benefit in that NBA format. Well, over in Baton Rouge, Rouge, former Pontotoc Warrior Cole Smith announces that he will enter the NCAA transfer portal and move on from LSU football. Smith signed with the Tigers in 2017 after receiving offers from Mississippi State, as well as other schools such as Southern Miss and Oregon. The redshirted freshman center only served as a backup in 2 games in the 2018 season. Smithville will have to begin its search for a brand new baseball coach. Russell will be leaving Smithville to join Mooreville as an assistant softball coach. This will be the first time in Russell's career that he has ever coached softball. And during his time with the Seminoles, Russell led his team to 3 state championships, and during this past year, the state title with the baseball team. Well, starting tomorrow, WCBI's high school football tour returns. Get ready with your favorite teams as they prepare for the upcoming 2019 football season. Here's the schedule for week 1 of the high school football tour. The Vardaman Rams as the headliner beginning on Monday evening, followed by West Lowndes, Hamilton on Wednesday, the Nanawoya Warriors on Thursday, Smithville coming up later on Friday on June 28th. The Merle Hawks on Saturday, and to cap off week 1, you'll have TCPS next Sunday, so a week from today. In case you miss any of them, they will be on our website at WCBI.com. With one final loss in the College World Series, a historic season for the Diamond Dogs comes to an end. We're putting a bow on it coming up after the break. Stay with us. The season finale for Mississippi State baseball came in the form of a bitter pill to swallow for the successful squad. After leading by 3 runs, the Diamond Dogs fell on a walk-off single 4-3 to Louisville in an elimination game Thursday evening in the 2019 College World Series. It marked the end to not only a 50-win season for State and first-year head coach Chris Lemonis, but also the end to a group of much-loved upperclassmen. Cole Gordon, Elijah McNamee, Ethan Small, and Jake Mangum all playing their last games in the maroon and white, and this is what those guys had to say after that tough game.
Well, I think the group last year went through a lot, and so they had really gotten close, and we won from the get-go. I mean, we were a dominant team for most of the year. We had our hiccups here and there, but we were able to play just, great baseball.
It's the most passionate fan base in America.
But, yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, long time ago.
I'm just happy that I was a part of it,
I guess that would have been
really thankful that I was a part of it.
We hadn't been here
the best 4 years of my life. And I would,
it kind of felt like it was kind of
restart in a heartbeat.
You think about all the things you've gone through with these guys in this locker room, and all the terrible 6 a.m. runs and jumping in the pool when it's freezing and doing the Omaha Challenge, and it's terrible, and you do it and you fight through those things, and that kind of stuff builds the bond, and that's why anytime a season ends, it's so hard to kind of grasp it, and that's why it's so sad, is because I've been around these guys every single day for the past year, and I've been in this program every single day for the past 4.
I know I left my mark in college, and I'm very blessed to be here. And moving forward, I know later down the road, if I have a family, I can look back and be like, I competed here two years in a row. And so I'm going to look at it like that, thank God for everything he's done, and just keep moving forward.
Well, a bunch of those guys getting ready for the majors, but some scores from the majors tonight. The Braves beat the Nationals 4-3 in 10 innings. Also, the Cubs topping the Mets 5-3, and more importantly, my team beat Sports Director Tom Ebble's team, so he can, let that sit for a bit. And the Cardinals falling to the Angels 6-4 at home as well. That's it for sports. Your last look is coming up after the break. Stay with us.
Severe thunderstorm warning continues for southwest Lee County. The storm now moving into Shannon, approaching Verona and Tupelo. We'll watch and see if there's an extension over the next 30 minutes or so. That warning again goes for another 12 minutes until it expires at 10:45. Other strong storms are possible, so we'll keep our eyes on things through the night. So kind of how it's been. We got those strong storms in the area.
Okay. Ooh, maybe it'll get some humidity out of here.
Yeah, for sure. So now I did want to share some personal news a little bit. Tonight is not my last night at WCBI, but you're not going to see me on air for a bit. And I'm taking a little bit of an adventure here. I'm excited about it.
Okay.
We've shared on social media. We're all friends and keeping tabs of things. So as I'm working on my master's degree at Mississippi State, an opportunity came up to where I could do a little adventurous. I'm going to tease it a little bit. Sean at the front desk at WCBI said, well, have people follow your Facebook page to see what's going on. And so really cool, really blessed for this opportunity. And by this time next week, I'll be somewhere crazy. Can't wait to share.
That's awesome. We're excited for you. We all have a great week and we'll see you back here.